Watch out.
I know I'm not gonna see
Do you run in circles and everything?
Are you recovered?
I think he's gonna rap.
Maybe.
So you have to grab your tissues up there.
Alright, so I don't ever write anything down, so I'm just gonna kind of go along this. I want to first start off with Mariah. Trying to decide on which way I want to go about this, but Mariah and I have not always, we've not always seen eye to eye on a lot of things. And for the better part of our childhood, we really never even knew each other. She didn't want anything to do with me, and I think it was because of a lot of factors that went into that. But as we grew older, we started to connect more and more, and she opened up a lot more in the last couple of years. I've been there in her darkest of darkest times, as many of her friends have to name drop Kayla because she's here tonight. And I didn't know she was going to be here tonight, but I'm really glad she is. Because I think that there was a really, really dark time in Mariah's time. And I didn't think she ever thought she was going to find someone who was going to complete her with all the holes that she's had. And I joked so many times whenever she would come home with a new girl, or, and I would always tell them, as I'm sure in many cases before, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure that you want to be with my sister? Because she's flawed. And they always stayed until they didn't. I said the exact same things to Ari when I first met her. And she was, I think, as equally hurt from years past and stuff. And when they found each other, they were both just as awkward as each other was. And they're the only people that would go sit for 4 hours in the back of a truck at Sylvan parking lot playing games and call it a date and be happy about it. The only people that would go to a PetSmart to buy a bag of dog food and come home with a goldfish, a ginger bowl, and another dog, and Ari's parents and my parents going, where the hell are we gonna put them, and stuff. But at the end of the day, it all worked out, and I think that's exactly who they are for each other. But for you, Ari, there's not been one person all the way up until you that I think has fully completed Mariah, to the point that she doesn't have as much anxiety and as much lack of trust in someone that she now has in you. And I hope that across all parties involved and stuff in this relationship, that you two coming together and this day happening can hopefully mend anything that's happened in the past, and the opportunity to move forward as one, especially two families joining as we are here today. And I just wish you both the absolute best and complete happiness, and know that you always have